Next year, there's going to be a ton of new rules in baseball. And one of these rules that is going to have the biggest effect on how we view baseball and how baseball is played is the restrictions being placed on the shift. No longer are we going to see 3 infielders on one side of the baseball diamond, or are we going to see a second baseman play right field. Those days are over. So let's look at some Yankees who are going to benefit from these rule changes. Pull-heavy lefties who have been hitting a lot of baseballs right into the shift for outs. Who on the Yankees is going to have some better luck next season. So let's get into it. Now, the way I did this is I looked at the player's shift percentage, which is the percent they are shifted against, and their pull percentage, especially for lefties. So the first one is Aaron Hicks. Yeah, Aaron Hicks gets shifted on a ton. In fact, he was shifted on 92.6% of his plate appearances. He also pulled the ball 47.5% of the time. He's a switch hitter, but he mainly batted from the left-handed side. He is definitely going to be someone who loves the restrictions placed on the shift. Is Aaron Hicks going to be playing with the Yankees next year? It's a little bit uncertain, but I think the odds are high that they will have him as a backup outfielder, or the fourth outfielder that's playing when Stanton's DHing, something like that. And hey, if he improves due to the restrictions on the shift, I'll be all for it. Next is Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo was shifted on 82.6% of the time last year. He pulled the ball 48.1% of the time, and I think he's going to be someone who benefits from it a ton because he has had a low batting average over the last 2 years. And that's odd for him because he used to be known as someone who would have a high batting average. And I think one of the reasons why it's dropped off so much is because of the shift. So many times would he hit a baseball 100 miles an hour right at the second baseman in short right field. And we're not going to be seeing that as much more. So I think it's one of the many reasons why the Anthony Rizzo signing was a really good one, because Anthony Rizzo is going to love the shift being removed. Next, we have a little bit of an honorable mention here, because he's not a Yankee right now. He's actually a free agent, but that is Matt Carpenter. Carpenter was shifted on 89.5% of the time, and he pulled 60% of the balls he hit last season. That's a very pull-heavy lefty right there. Obviously, it's tough to know if Carpenter will be returning, and if he does, he's not going to hit even close to as he hit with the Yankees in the regular season. But just a little fun thing to know about Carpenter. He's going to benefit from the shift restrictions. Then we have Oswaldo Cabrera. He's also a switch hitter, but he was shifted on 75.4% of the time. Not as major as the marks shifted on by Hicks and Rizzo, and he does pull the ball less than them. But he was so good last season, playing all around the diamond. His bat did not quite heat up, but I think you give him that full season of playing in the majors. You remove the shift, so he should benefit from that. I think he's going to have a really, really solid season next year. Then the last player here, sadly, this is an honorable mention because he's also a free agent, but that's Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is a right-handed hitter, so he breaks the mold here because everyone we've talked about has either been a switch hitter or a left-handed batter. But Judge is actually shifted on a good bit last season. 49.2% of the time, he was shifted against. So could this mean that we see an Aaron Judge who's getting more singles, more doubles, probably not more home runs because he just broke the AL record. But I think we might be seeing a Judge next season that's a more balanced overall hitter because of the shift restrictions. It's not going to be as massive as people like Hicks and Rizzo, but just another reason why the Yankees should try to bring back Aaron Judge. But those are just a couple of players on the Yankees who will benefit from the shift restrictions. I'll put a leaderboard to the people on the Yankees who are shifted against the most. If you want to view that, I'll put that in the description. But let's see what the Yankees do. Let's see how these Yankees do with the removal of the shift.